What's up, everybody? Hey, it's the Disney Baker here. Okay, we're just gonna come on late and say hello to everybody. Hey Google, play Disney instrumentals.
All right, here's a Spotify playlist called Disney Lullaby.
Hey everybody. Sorry I had to get some music playing. Hey Michael Riley, what's happening? Hey what's up Richard? Blue Machiza. So what I'm gonna do is somebody give me a thumbs up if my volume's okay. If you can hear me. If my volume's okay, that'll be awesome. Can you guys hear me? Well, I guess there's one way for me to check. There we go. There we go. Yes, you can. Yes, you can hear me. That's awesome. Well, hopefully I'm a little clearer than that. So yeah, I'm a little clearer than that. Hey, it's a little loud. Thank you, Richard. The music or me? Yeah, I've got a little bit. I got my lapel on, my wireless lapel. So what I'm going to do tonight or this morning is, you know, when you're going to move, there's a lot of stuff to pack up. So a bunch of this stuff. Turn that light off. Put this one down. And these are my Disney pins, and it's my Disney room. It's the pin layer. I'm going to go ahead and down in Florida in July. I most definitely will be down in Florida in July, Michael. There's no doubt about that. We're going to be out of here hopefully by the second week in May. So we're going to list the house probably next week or the week after. I've got the first container 2/3 filled, and it'll be filled by Wednesday. They'll come and pick it up, and then they'll take it away. Then the next one won't come till after we sell the house. I don't want the container sitting in the driveway while we're showing the house. That's just a bad look. So, and so, hey Richard, if you want to come on, let me just get down here. Sorry guys, grab my chair. Richard, if you want to come on, I can pull that around. Michael, You know what, Michael? I could do that to you too. Michael, give me your Instagram. Let me see if I can type up here. I'm going to look back at this, Michael. Oh, wow. Why does this go out crappy? Why am I so distorted? That's so weird. Not in StreamYard, but when I go to late night, boom. Am I cloudy looking, Richard? Richard, let me bring you in. Da, 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 All right, Richard, I just sent that to you. You want to hang out? We'll just do that, and there we go. Oh, yeah. All right, well, all right, yeah, Michael. So we'll be definitely down there in July. I don't know what my role will be. I don't know if I'll be working for Disney then, but I plan on it. That's my main objective. So, and if not, if you need, I'll already be on. I plan on having, if we find the house that we want down there by May, I'll have everything up and running in my studio by June. So that'll be rocking. So definitely look, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me. Let's find out. Let's keep in touch. If you're coming down in July, we'll definitely we'll check out some pins together and say hello. It'd be nice to meet you. All right. So I appreciate you stopping in. I know it was last minute, Michaels, but I do appreciate it. So I'm just gonna get up off my butt here and start packing some stuff up. Oh, let's get this going here. We'll add an extra light here. So this is a makeup case that my daughter was gonna throw away, and I decided to keep it. Hey, Mar, how are you, dear? So it's just an old makeup case that she had when she used to do theater, and I'm going to use it to pack up a bunch of my allergy meds. Oh, sorry about that, Mar. I don't want to take time out. Oh, no worries, no worries. It's always appreciated when you hang out, Mar. Thanks. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by and saying hello. So I can just say, having as many pins as I do is kind of, you don't know where you want to start. Packing up your pins, man. I could start basically in any corner of this room and just start packing a box. So I'll take this box. Now, a bunch of the pins that I've collected in the past, and I'm going to turn our little music down here a little bit. Just let it play in the background. I don't want it to be too loud. Excuse my back if I turn my back on you. I collect a lot of the sets, a lot of the big sets. Stuff like that. These sets, Aladdin, and these sets are sold, just at the Emporium when Moana came out. I got that. So this was a cool one that I picked up a couple years back. Keys to the Kingdom. And then, of course, The Incredibles, too. Big sets like that. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet or how I'm going to display them. I got one here. It's I think Richard, I think you might have that one. It's a booster pin set. I think Richard has that one. I got a DVC one. It's Bay Lake Tower, Grand Floridian, Polynesian, and Wilderness Lodge. Our DVC is the Polynesian, and we like it. We like it, but we've never stayed there. So how do you know we like it? Never stayed there. Hey, Richard, come on in, buddy. So there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Blue and Cheese. Richard, come on in.
Hello.
What up, buddy? How can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Cool. Turn that music way down now. All right, what's happening, Richard? Welcome aboard. I was just, hey, T. Marie.
Hello, Tina.
You know, having you know, luckily having the time that I have now to pack, all my stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I was watching. Tina, if you want to jump in, you can. I just sent you a link. I was, hanging out with Gonzo and watching his Merry Melodies and the ACDC, and I just started packing stuff up. I'm like, you know what? I just can't wait anymore, Richard. I got to get it packed up.
Better early than never.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So
how am I sounding? This is a new headset for me.
Dude, you sound good. Yeah, you sound good. I've got my volumes at 30. My laptop volume is at 26. I usually keep that at about 30 also. So you sound good. Team Marie, just Team, thanks for stopping in, saying hello. I know everybody's tired. Everybody's got busy days ahead of themselves coming up. But like I said, Richard, I was just, and Michael, I was just, and Mara, I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to these guys sing, and I'm going to go ahead and just start packing up.
Yeah.
I got a really nice surprise from VP today. He was out shopping, and he and I talked a while back about the keys that, the key pins I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
These little ones, these little guys.
Okay, so the miniatures.
Yeah. Well, what happened is now they've come out with the little boxes of those mystery pins, and you can only get them now at the Disney store. Well, I don't have a Disney store anymore. They closed my Disney store.
Online?
No, the Disney store, not
Okay.
not online Disney store. Yeah, the Disney stores like at the mall. Yeah,
I heard that they had them in the stores and they had them online, so you can get them straight to your house.
You're right. They did have them online early on, but now it's just like you can't find them. Unless I tell you, there are different time zones and stuff, but sometimes, like, if I can't sleep, like now, I'll just, pop on, Shop Disney. And sometimes they just throw stuff out there, like in the middle of the morning.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we'll throw this out there. I'm hoping to get another Walt. I'm hoping to get a Walt Funko with the castle, because I know you have it, right? Do you have the Walt?
No.
Do you have the Walt Funko? No, I see. That's the one I want.
I only have like 5 Funkos, really.
Hey, did I show you
them that much?
Did I show you this one?
Yeah, you did at one time. That's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my biggest one. Yeah, so I'm gonna pack that away too. And the thing, with packing this stuff away, I don't have to really be super careful, because I'm packing it. I'm putting it away. So wherever it ends up, I know it'll be secure. So I'm not going to have somebody else, bouncing my stuff around a trailer or a truck.
Oh, that's true.
It'll
That's
just be
true.
me. Yeah, I'll pack it up. I'll unpack it. If it's messed up, it's going to be my fault. So, how was your day
I
today?
heard
I saw you
it's good.
popping in a stream or two today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you were in
I've seen a lot
Kelly's
of
stream this
a
morning.
lot of a lot of people try to use what are
No,
those
no
called?
problem. No problem. T Maria, that's not a problem. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Richard. What were you saying?
They use what are those called? The old foam insulated coolers, and then they put the pins on the inside of it, and you can just wrap it with bubble wrap and just keep doing that.
Yep. I've
That saves a lot because it's a lot of foam right there.
yeah, I've seen a couple different, you know, knowing that would have to do this one day.
Yeah.
I've been paying attention to not only just, you know, the way I do things. I mean, if I were to buy something off of somebody on eBay or something, and how do they send it to me? And I like that because you definitely you want to be careful, how you pack your stuff, but I don't want to take a whole bunch of time, you know, and
Yeah.
and go, oh well, yeah, I like my pins. I think my pins are awesome, but if I take I could just take a box and just go like this, but that's not how I take care of my pins. That's not going to happen. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen at all. And I get a candle in here. I like the mood to be cool. Yeah.
Do you have
So
any pen trading cases?
I have the fanny pack ones.
Okay.
I don't have any. I don't have anything big. I have. Well, that's not true. I do. I have. I do have a binder.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are the easiest way to manage all your pens. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a binder. It's got. It's funny
Nice amount.
when you start making these binders. This front page has 75 pins on it. Just one page.
Yep.
The reason I made this one up is because one of the last times when I went to Disney, I was going to hook up with some friends of mine, and I was just going to chill. I was just going to chill with them, and then they'll pop up at Epcot, and they'll have all their stuff out, and they trade with people. And I was just going to sit next to them and trade, but unfortunately we couldn't hook up, and that was my buddies at Zippity Doo Shaw. And that didn't happen, but it's okay.
Oh, you got a nice amount of people coming in. It looks like.
Oh, thanks.
Kelly and Movie Mania Nick.
Hey, get out! Gosh, Kelly's still awake.
Yeah.
My goodness, Kelly, you're still awake. I love that. You're killing me, Kelly. That makes me laugh. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'll throw this out if she's got some time, and just she nicknamed me that, and it makes whenever she types it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, Kelly! I just read your note. Thank you, and I just sent you a link if you're interested. And I know you're probably tired if you have to work tomorrow, but Richard. Let me see if I can do this. Somebody was telling me, I think it was you. Let me look. So am I still sounding okay? Not too loud?
Yeah. I just had to turn down my sound a little bit. Things on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to over talk myself. Well, it's new. It's new. You know, having the. I mean, I don't normally use the lapel, and I'm going to take
Yeah.
this and I'm going to mute this. That's already down, and I can go into here, and there you go. All right, Richard. If you wanted to, if you see something that's inappropriate,
Oh, okay. I
um,
can manage that. Yeah.
did you come up?
Let's see.
Yeah, you should be coming up any second.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just don't want something that happened the other night to happen again. Nice shirt. Hey, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate
What
that.
happened
It
the
was,
other night? I wasn't scared of it.
yeah, we had when you were on with me,
Oh,
me, you, Sean, and Chris, we had somebody come on, and luckily, Yadi took care of him for me.
oh, yeah, I remember that.
Well, actually, I saw that she was modding, and I didn't even ask her to mod, but you know, she
She
was,
always does.
and
Yeah.
I think she saw it right after I saw it, and I just went and I just deleted him, you know. Yeah,
Like
Nick.
the effect of remember
So
yours and my first live stream? We had that.
yeah, so Nick, yeah, right.
He's talking
So
about
Nick,
guns. No, like,
Nick, this was the British tour in 1982. This was a year after I graduated high school. I saw these guys, so I wore that tonight for Gonzo's channel. And when I was on with Kelly this morning, I wore my pirate shirt. She gave me a shout out, and I just grabbed some of my headgear and threw it on real quick because my hair was messed up. My wife thought that was funny that I said, well, my hair's messed up. She says, guys don't usually say that. Yeah, but I did. You know, I don't want to look like a bum on somebody's stream. I want to look presentable. Yeah, put these big fig pins in hiding, and I'll get them out when I get down to Florida. But you know, when you don't realize how much stuff you really have until you have to pack it out, and it's like, oh my gosh. You know, so
well, I kind of do. I started off about a year ago, but my whole collection started off as Peter Pan, and it was like, those big plastic clear bins that you can get? 4 of
yes,
those. I had 4
wow,
of those,
of just pins.
all from her, from Aunt
Oh,
Bobby.
goodness. Oh my goodness. I know I'm possibly out of the picture here. I can probably turn myself.
Yeah.
I'm working over here.
You're just working.
Yeah, I'm just working. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But you know, it's okay because when I'm gonna have to reconfigure how I'm gonna do this when I get, down home. I already call it my home. When I go down home, I'm gonna have to just figure out how to, how to
Here's my
display
question,
it.
though. Do you have a system for like organization right now?
Now, absolutely not. Oh, actually, that's not true. Yes, I do. Like the table I'm looking at here, I have all my Mickeys, all my Minnies, all my Donalds, all my Daisies, all my nephews, all my Goofies, all my Plutos, all my Chip and Dales, all my Seven Dwarfs, and then in the back I have all my dated, everything that's dated. Anything that I bought that had a date on it is here. And some of those are old ones as far as goes, I go back to 2000, excuse me. And, it goes back to, 2000 to where you have, something like that. That's, So, and then these, the 2000 pins, they didn't have. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce to you those that are in the stream and adding to the stream or watching this for the very first time. It's Red, and here she is, Lady Kelly.
Hi, friends.
Oh,
So good to
thank
see
you. My gosh, thank you for joining. That's a nice treat.
Thank you for the late
Well,
night.
thank you. Thank you. So we getting our pins out? What are we doing?
We're packing.
Nice.
Yeah, I just,
She's packing.
you guys were on tonight and you were singing and I was packing. And
Well, I apologize.
for what?
I apologize for the singing.
No, that's fine. I love hearing, I love hearing when people sing because I used to do karaoke a lot, and my friends would pay me to stop. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I'd come back to the bar and there'd be 3 shots of the beer. And I go, "Whose is that?" They go, "Yours. Drink it before you go sing again."
Well, I love that you have your ACDC shirt on.
Yes.
It's,
It's
Junction.
yeah.
Or-
This is I saw them in here in Maryland in 1982.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was the British tour. But this morning I had on my pirate shirt for you. So
I'm not sure if you watched my Spilling the Disney Tea with Charlie and Stacy on Sunday night.
I caught part of that. Yes.
But Stacy's favorite band is not ACDC. It's Bruce Springsteen. Never mind. But they saw it in the same place that you just said, Maryland.
They probably saw it at the Capitol Center.
Yeah. So.
Bruce was big here because we're not far from Jersey, and that's where he lives. Him and Bon Jovi, and Bon Jovi actually lives next to a buddy of mine, and they used to jog on the beach together in the morning.
Wow, that's kind of exciting, right?
Yeah. He says, he would tell me, we went for a jog this morning. I said, what are his bodyguards doing? They said they're riding ATVs behind us. I said,
I want that job.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I said, he said, well, that's he says, most of his bodyguards, they're big guys. He said they're not going to run because then if they have to chase somebody, they're not going to catch them because they're already winded.
Right.
They ride ATVs. So, yeah. So, like I said before you came on, I was like telling Richard, I was listening to you guys and I just started packing up stuff. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to pack up stuff. And she's like, good. Start in that room. You've never seen this, Kelly. Can you see these tables?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. There's 3 of them and they're covered with pins.
Now tell me about these pins and the collecting of these pins.
Oh,
what
my
kind of
goodness.
pins are they?
Here. Can you see that? See those? Those are my lanyards. I started collecting my pins when we took our kids to Disney for the first time.
Right.
This whole lanyard is all pirates. This whole
Love
lanyard
it.
all Mickeys. And actually there's 118 Mickey pins on here. No duplicates.
Wow. What?
All Minnie Mouse pins. Then I have all my sets. Cars. What's that little bear? The Disney bear from China or Japan. Duffy. The Duffy pins. But these are like all the early sets that I collected, not knowing I was collecting sets. I just kept saying, oh, it's another snowflake pin or another stamp pin or the hats. The streets. So these 2 or 3 here are just sets. All the princesses. This is all my dates. These are all specials like New York City, Vero Beach, and things. And then I have my Goofies and my all my Tinkerbells, and then I have all my Disney Vacation Club pins, the travel pins. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
all my Halloween pins, and then I have my frames. And
I love the frames.
oh, thank you,
I
thank you,
mean,
thank
those are
you.
amazing. I need to up my pin framing game.
Yeah, he makes his own frames. And
Have you
That's
seen that
amazing.
one?
that.
That's incredible. So what's in that special
Um,
frame?
these are all my limited editions. Most every one of these is an Ellie.
So are the other pins that you have, so are you like, do you only collect LEs or is it like you'll
Oh no! So usually when I first started collecting, I didn't know anything about how everyone did it, and then as I
Mhm.
started going on, I got caught up in the trafficking, if you
Hi,
will,
Arlene.
of pins. Hey, Arlene, what's happening? I got caught up in the trafficking, if you will, of the scrappers, if you will.
Mhm.
I didn't know how bad it was until I was already knee deep, and it was already too late. I had already traded probably 200-300 pins maybe when I found out it was wrong. You know, so did I send a lot of scrappers out there? Yep. But now I have so many pins that aren't scrappers that I don't feel bad now because I'm good. I can go to the park now and just trade out.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're aware of scrappers. Hey Arlene, I sent you a link if you're still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and you wanted to join in. Feel free, and thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Everybody in chat, thank you. If you have an opportunity and you're getting a little bit of entertainment out of this, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to be one of our friends, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, so I found out and started learning more about pins. My thing is when I trade pins, if I see you and like say you're coming across and I see your cast member and you're in your blazer, I guess you wear a blazer, and I see your lanyard or I see the panel that you guys carry, I'll glance at it. I don't always stop people. I'll just glance. If I see a pin, I'll double back.
Yeah.
If a pin catches my eye and it makes me smile, that's what I trade for. It's and like I said when I was with Gonzo and VP, if you can work and have a hobby that you can share the happiness, that's awesome. I envy you. You and Richard and I, we talked about this the other night. When you have an opportunity to throw pixie dust and make someone's day go from bad to glad, that's awesome.
It is it is a very good. Hi, Marvelous Mar. It is a great thing. I enjoyed it very much in the park and enjoy it very much now. So.
And now, do you still get an opportunity to do that a lot?
Well, I make a lot of magic, a real financial magic for people, about, especially in these times, if they forgot to bank their points or they didn't have the opportunity to travel or, I definitely always try to help people out and make magic where I can, or maybe they can't find availability and finding something, for them, so there's lots of big magic I can make now, but I really enjoyed my short time working in the park. And I had magic come back at me too, so that was pretty fun.
That's, there's, I'll tell you, when you're blessed, you need to bless others. When you have the opportunity, do it.
Right.
And if I see somebody not having a good day or sitting on a bench or I'm on a bus and, a little girl's crying or something, I'll ask the mother, hey, or the dad, hey, is it okay if I give your daughter a pin? Just try to change their mood up,
Yeah.
And sometimes
That's
they
so
say,
nice.
they'll say, no, she's on timeout or something like that. And I respect that. I go, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm going to show you guys something. Hey, Arlene, I appreciate you having me up on the big screen. How do I look? Do I look good?
Oh, now I'm worried.
Oh, no, you shouldn't be worried. Now you should be worried.
Red hair.
There she is. We'll go right down the line here. And then there's Richard. Dun, dun, dun. And then there's me. And the reason I want to make myself big last is because I found these downstairs in the basement when I was packing up.
Arlene.
This is a sneak preview weekend commemorative ticket.
Oh, wow. How cool is that?
Hercules. This is June 22nd, 1997. So you ordered your tickets online, and they sent them to you in the mail. And the actual ticket was on the bottom here. And they tore it off, and then you went and saw it in the movie. But here's the cool part.
Wow.
Yep.
He's holding a pin.
That's so cool.
Of his girl. And I totally forgot about these. And then there was a $5 off coupon for you could buy the movie. Now that was my wife's ticket, and this was my ticket.
Oh, that's cool.
So now something like that, I mean, I would never sell those.
If you could find those, there's also a chaser of those that I've seen that was Zeus. It showed Zeus as the pin in it that he was holding. So his dad.
That's amazing.
Now see, look at that. Let's see that. See what I'm saying? Just that little bit of information, and then Richard goes, "Oh, and by the way, right
Yeah.
now, I got to find that chaser now."
Like I said, since 2010, so I've had a long run too. I just don't collect. I didn't collect when I first started this all up until about last year.
Well, I'm gonna have to find that chaser now.
Yeah.
It's
hard to find.
See what you did to me? See what you did to me? And again, this is different. I didn't have my camera really set up for this today, but sideways. But I just, packing up is just, blech, the cool part about it is I'll get to reset all this, when I get to my new home. That's the real exciting part.
Yeah.
So,
you get to have a different setup then.
Yeah. And well, I'll tell you, Kelly, and Richard heard this the other day. My wife said, where did you get all this stuff?
I can see that.
It's not like it just came yesterday. It's been here, but the investment, I need to slow down, and I'm glad that my therapist is listening and watching. And you know who our therapist is, Kelly, right?
Is it Yachty?
No, me and Yachty go to therapy together. My therapist is Arlene, and
Arlene is your therapist.
She is.
Arlene likes buying stuff.
Yeah, she does.
She can hear you.
I know that. The girl likes to shop.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the cool thing is I would. It's so cool listening to you talk about how much of a really good week you had with Candy Mom, with Cynthia, and those, and for those of us that are in chat that aren't down, where you are, we live through that connection, right?
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah,
We
I'm
do.
excited to share some vlogs that I
Yeah.
didn't, do it intrusively, but I did want to capture
No.
some of the memories to share with
No.
everyone. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Hi,
saw some of the
VP.
pictures. Hey, VP. I saw some of that. I saw the pictures you put out there. I thought they were great. Her daughter's adorable.
So cute. So cute.
She is adorable.
I posted a couple shorts of her when she saw her princess on the Princess Cavalcade, and she just, Reese just went crazy. Just like this squeal scream was so cute. So definitely check out those shorts because it's just so cute.
Yeah, definitely will. Is Yadi here? Yadi is here. What's up, Yad?
Yeah, she's been here for a while.
Oh, what? Well, okay. Well, I'm again sorry with my back to everyone. So,
You're good.
that's the cool part. I think when we get to the park, and we're getting ready to get on the ride, or we're walking by a ride, and we hear the kids just screeching, and sometimes it's not the kids.
I was just gonna say sometimes. Sorry, might be me.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind that. Sometimes
Yeah, it's like, I don't know who was saying this yesterday, but you get to be a kid again. You kind of,
It
get that
doesn't
like
matter.
feeling.
It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid. It brings out the kid in you no matter what.
It really does. My son Matthew is at Taste of Disney all day today,
Okay.
and he's been sending me pictures, and I literally cried seeing him just like in Cars Land, and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, so great.
Now, I can't wait until they open it up for out of state.
Right.
I'm over in Washington, like waving, like let me in.
La-
I want to go.
Right.
Open.
I have 3 days that I have not used yet for Disney World.
Oh,
It does
okay.
not allow me to use for Disney World.
Right. Taylor has a couple unused tickets too. So exciting.
Once they open it up, I'll be storming the gates.
Yes, for sure. Man, it's gonna be something. I get kind of teary, choked up just thinking about Disneyland reopening.
Yeah.
I literally will probably, I know, I'm not probably, I will bawl like a baby and probably like drop to my knees, just like I'm back. I just.
Well, that was your home for. I mean, how long? I mean, you
Well,
lived in California, right?
I lived in Phoenix.
In Phoenix.
Phoenix. So it's a 5.5 hour drive. We were annual pass holders for decades, and we would go at least probably once a month for like a quick trip, and then about 3 like 7 to 10 day trips a year.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, we love our Disneyland. So
Now, when you were out there, were you then working for Disney?
no, I was not.
No. Okay.
So I did actually get an offer when I was in college to work for Disney as a Disneyland dancer, and I emotionally just tug of warred myself, but I couldn't leave my parents. So
I didn't know Disney had clubs like that.
It just wasn't the right time.
No,
not that kind of club. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, not that kind of club. That came later. No, I'm just kidding.
So I I like hearing you talk with your daughter, and I think the shyness of your daughter sometimes when you say things, I think it's pretty funny. Where she's like, "I'm out of here. I don't want to be
she
here."
just blushes and
Taylor,
walks off.
Taylor
Yes.
being shy. But wait,
Yeah.
are we misunderstanding something?
No.
Taylor is not shy. But yeah, no, it's funny. I say things, and she's I say it very playfully, and
Sure.
I do innuendo. I don't ever say anything, really bad.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our goal as parents is to embarrass our children and also to give them stuff to talk about in therapy. So if I say things like, "What you building, Daddy?" and
that's just
Yeah.
it could be worse.
yeah. That's her new. I'm out of here.
Yes.
When you say that, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going. I gotta go.
Doesn't take much.
Taylor's great though. She keeps me in check for sure. She was born a 40-year-old woman, honestly, in her
Well,
mind.
so was my son. Because when between, well, my children are almost 8 years apart. So my son hung out with us for the first,
Sure.
7 years of his life. So when he was 10, 11 years old, he was already 20. Talking like he was 20, having conversations with people like he was 20. He knew more about Disney than most kids his age when we got back from our first trip at Disney. And he wanted to tell everybody.
Cute. Cute.
Tell everybody. So, and we have a right as parents to embarrass our children as much as possible.
Or at least threaten to.
Right. Well, but my daughter, she's 23. She puts me in check a couple times, and it makes me proud.
Yeah.
She'll just bring me back down to earth. She's my hippie, and she'll, "No, Dad, Dad, this, that, and the other," and I'll go, "Wow, this is my daughter telling me this." Okay. So it makes me super proud.
Nice.
Especially when we're in mixed company. People go, "Your daughter's amazing." Oh, thank you. Speaking about amazing daughters too, I mean, your daughter's, her eyes just light up, and her voice just, when she starts talking about her pins and where she got them, and she really likes doing that. I like seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. She really she enjoys it. She's made she really studies it, and I mean, she collects what she likes, but she's also she's a smart trader upper. So she'll acquire pins knowing that, hey, I'm going to keep trading this to hopefully get this grail pin over here, eventually. So
Yeah,
and she does it pretty good. So
I the first time she was on and I checked her out, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to hang out with her when she comes to town." I mean, I'm pretty good at like I said, I pay attention when people walk by me. I've lost my family before when a cast member when you here's the scenario. I like this one. There's a trainer, and there's 7 trainees early in the morning. That is like party central. Because I can trade 2 pins off of each person. And the cool thing is when they're training at Disney, the cast members are training, they give them really good pins so people will trade with them.
They really do. Well, they actually get pins that are actual Disney pins. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So they don't get out of the trader box. They get brand new out of the box that was shipped to whatever their location is. So if you see someone new
Yes.
Definitely look because that's and first thing in the morning. I have found the best place, honestly, to look for traders is at Disney Vacation Club Resorts.
Yes.
Absolutely number one in Disney World, where I've gotten the best traders. Disneyland was always a little more fussy about trading like fakes. They would tell you, no, I'm so sorry, that's not a real pin. And and I dig that. I really do. I mean, I understand it. Disney World is just a volume thing and whatever, but you were more likely to get an authentic pin in Disneyland.
Well,
But
I love hidden Mickeys.
yeah, and they're so often faked, that it stings, So
Well, what I've noticed now, they changed the backer cards. Was a year and a half ago. They started changing the backer cards to all white.
mhm.
And I think the Imagineers said, "Hey, why don't we start putting artwork on the backer cards?" And holy smokes! I mean, the artwork now that are on the backer cards,
Really cool. Some of them are really
right.
cool.
Yeah.
They're as nice as the pins.
Mhm.
And you'll talk to some people now. I know a couple people that are on Instagram, and pin trading is their business. Pin selling is their business, and it's marketable. And the thing is, Zippity Doo Shaw, they have a great business, him and his wife, and great story to tell later how I met them. But if you're looking for a special pin, you just send them a message, send them a picture or identification, and they're pin investigators. They'll find your pin for you.
That's awesome.
And they'll ask you how much you're willing to spend for it, but they have enough people out there where they'll find a pin for you. I've got a couple of pins that I have on my lanyard that I lock down because they're not traders. I trade what's in my pouch.
Yeah.
But
I don't. I used to wear lanyards in the park and have the locking things and things like that to kind of flex your pin game.
That's exactly what that does. Yes.
But I don't find it as common anymore. And then I kept worrying about pins were getting scratched or whatever because you've got to put the seatbelt on and you got to take it off, put your backpack on, take your backpack off. So I stopped wearing pins that I wouldn't trade. But the backer idea is a really good one.
All right. So you touched on something that I have a lot of ideas in this ADD head of mine, but I've talked of this gentleman before. His name was Scoop Sanderson, and Scoop Sanderson worked at Magic Kingdom, and he was on Main Street, and he was part of the group. Now, Scoop was then, when I met him, he was the Disney Times. He reported for the Disney Times. Well, there was no Disney Times; it was made up. But his job was to get the scoop. And I was talking to him the first time I met him, and he had a little tiny lapel pin on his lapel of an ice cream scoop.
Oh, how cute!
And I looked at it and I said, "What's with the ice cream scoop?" He goes, "That's me." He said, "When I first started working here, my first 4 or 5 years here, I scooped ice cream."
Oh, cool.
He says, and then I had the idea for this job. Now, unfortunately, about 4 or 5 years ago, his job went away, and that happens. But I tell you, there are kids out there that kids, adults, everybody of every size. Not everybody is comfortable talking with someone. Not everybody's comfortable looking at a camera and knowing that there are people on the other side of that camera. Now, I know you guys are on my monitor here, all right? but you're really there. And if I can communicate with you and you communicate back and you read my name tag, it says Chris from Annapolis, Maryland. And then I'm trading with a little girl that's shy that her mother brought over and said she likes one of your pins, and say I work in the park. That communication there and that connection there, that's what pins do. And I understand how huge pins have got. But I think what Disney should do is find an avenue. I've got a couple ideas and ways to shrink that back down, but still have the beautiful clouds, but focus on the flower every once in a while, because that's what's blooming. That's what makes your Disneyland guest and your Disney World guest the guest of tomorrow, is the experience that they get today. How'd that sound? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm 57 years old. That's how I feel. If I go into a park and I meet someone that's a cast member from my hometown or New Jersey or somewhere around where I lived, and we start making this conversation, I said to Richard the other day, I said, I've met cast members there that remember me from 2 years ago. I mean, not because I did something stupid, but because of how I had.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
I was wondering.
Yeah, they didn't pull me out of the koi pond or anything like that.
Oh
They go, oh, I remember you. You're the one that has the goofy telephone pin, and I'm like, yeah. You just reminisce. Going back to the koi pond thing, we watched a gentleman that rolled up his pants, took off his socks and shoes, and was trying to catch one of the koi in the koi pond, and he was escorted to a back room. Yeah. So that's
Richard,
wonderful.
I thought Chris wasn't going to tell people that you did that.
I would know what you
And that was actually our first experience of someone being escorted away. I tell you, another thing, and we haven't chatted much, and I'm going to keep working. The security that is Disney is second to none. When we're standing at right outside of Pluto at Hollywood Studios, Pluto's store, and we start walking up towards the intersection of Hollywood and Vine, and we see about 5 Disney employees in a circle, and next thing you know, there's 2 more Disney employees, and the circle got bigger. And there's 2 more Disney employees, and the circle gets bigger. And then there's like 20 shoulder to shoulder with their backs to each other in this circle. And in the middle of the circle is a backpack.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, how do you, and we saw what happened. They stood there until other security came, and then a little cart came, and these 2 guys picked up this backpack and put it in a cart. They closed the cart up, and then they walked the cart away.
Yeah.
Those people made a circle around the backpack, and they had no idea what was in it. But that wasn't the point. The point was to keep me safe.
Yeah.
When NFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, when they follow the security practices of Disney, and Disney companies train their employees how to do security, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I met one of those gentlemen, the guy that was the head of security, he probably still is, at Magic Kingdom. And I spoke with him at length. And he said, well, if the baking thing doesn't work out for you, he said, you have my information. He said, you reach out to me. He says, I'm sure there's a place. He goes, as a matter of fact, I'm positive there's a place in Disney World for you. And that made me feel really, really good. And then after that, I don't know if you saw this. I'll show you this, Kelly. He gave me this.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen one of those before?
No.
Yeah.
That's
He gave me
cool.
that. And this is the back.
Oh, wow. That's super nice.
So that, to me, I mean, he didn't have to do that. You know, he had only known me for as long as I took to bore him in my conversation. But I mean, he didn't have to do that, but he did. You know, and again, that's what makes all of this so amazing. You know, and I saw you yawn. You must be sleepy. You've been busy. No offense. You've been busy.
I have been
You know,
busy.
and I appreciate you coming on. Richard, how's the chat doing?
Going pretty good. There's nothing that much happening on the chat.
Cool. So, Kelly, I noticed you're just plugging along with your friends on your channel. Oh my gosh. Is that I mean, how many years have you been doing this? Seriously.
Not probably. I want to say we started late in 2017, but really didn't do much of anything until 2018, probably.
And what was the catalyst for you to make a YouTube channel?
We were very much into watching videos before our little escapades over to Disneyland, mostly food related. Like we would watch Magical Journeys, Mr. Cheesy Pop, one of my favorites, Fresh Baked, really into, what was new, and they're always doing something special, with celebrating something. So always kind of enjoyed watching that and Disney history. So we started watching it a lot, especially Taylor and I, and then we would go do our trips, and then we started thinking, we could do this. But really, it was more for me about documenting our trips, so that they could have those memories preserved. So that's really where it started, was kind of preserving memories. And then very quickly, I kind of got connected to Rob Fuzz was really big into creating a community of creators. And for reasons unknown, he kind of plucked our channel up and has been amazingly helpful, still is. And then this community is just amazing. Everybody brings their own flavor. We share a passion, but everybody's kind of got their own, thing that makes them unique and cool and awesome. And so, I love it. So, yeah, I've only been here in Florida since we moved in 2018.
I heard you say that the other day. That surprised me with your knowledge of Disney World and what I've been listening, how I've been listening to you since I started. And when you said that the other day, I went, wait a minute. And you were live, and I just took the cursor and I backed it up a little bit. I'm like, no, she did say that.
Talk to me about Disneyland. That's where I can really flex.
I hear you. I hear you sometimes.
But I do love me some Disney World, and we love Disney, so I try and find out everything. I'm on a personal mission to stay at every resort and eat at every restaurant and ride every ride and do all those things. So,
well, it was one of the things that really I noticed was how you totally went off the grid when your son came to town. Other than doing your lives, it was all about you spending time with him, and that really I love my kids, but I'll stop a train for my kids.
Hmm.
I will, and I just thought that was really cool how, and then you showed pictures of you and your son, and he joined you on that one live, and it's just it doesn't surprise me how your channel got so big because, and I think, well, I'll say it because I think Bob said it, One Stop Mouse, you radiate happiness, and not a lot of people can be said for them.
I am
Yeah.
blushing so much. Thank you. Thank you. That really means a lot. And, all of you mean so much to me. This community's, just so awesome. And just how we all help each other. High tide truly does raise all boats. So,
I love that.
if you have success, that's good for all of us. We can all celebrate you having something amazing and happening with you or your channel. And that's really I think the philosophy of everybody. And my channel really, it kind of has evolved, and it's still about preserving memories, but I really, really, really in my heart, what I really want to be is just a happy place for people to come, so they can spend an hour and laugh and, have fun. And I can bring, my friends on and invite them and kind of showcase their channels and maybe get new people to find them. And, just have a place that people can come and laugh and enjoy, an hour. So that's really all I want to be, is a little happy, fun place.
So I didn't see it, but and you can let me know. Have you ever been on Late Night with Pals with VP and?
I think one of the first ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna have to go watch that because one of the questions that I heard them ask before I was on was, when was the last time you cried? As I'll ask you, do you remember that question? When was the last time you cried?
I'm not sure.
When they asked.
I'm not sure if they asked me that. Actually, I cried rather recently, which is something, I don't get easily upset or sad or like nervous or whatever. I usually, my mom, it used to drive my mom crazy because like we lived in Indiana and there were not hurricanes, tornadoes. And we would all go down the basement and I would just think it was the most exciting thing ever that we were all like camping out in the basement and how happy it was.
Why didn't you tell me I was still big? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just, tired. Now I'm going down this crazy story that you'll never get this minute back of your life.
No, it's not crazy.
But she'd be like, we are waiting a tornado and I'd be like, well, this is exciting, Everybody else is all worried. I'm like, oh, let's make some s'mores. It'll be awesome. So anyway, no, I literally cried actually driving home from Disney this past weekend. Just I can't even tell you the friendships that I've made and how much they mean to me and how generous people are with their time, with wanting to come meet and hang out and or buy you dinner or it's just amazing to me. And Cynthia has become this just, I mean, so many people. I hate to start naming people, but obviously the VPs, obviously, you. I mean, this community just. I literally just was crying on the way home. Plus, I had a migraine, but I was crying about just how God has blessed me with these awesome people, and it's everything we tell our children not to do. We tell our children, do not talk to people on the internet. For heaven's sakes. do not meet people that you've only know through the internet, right? And I do it all the time. And they're the
I
best
think
people in the world.
it's the
They're not
changing
my
times. Yeah.
definitely not my YouTube friends. You're just all my friends. You know what I mean?
I like how you
Yeah.
said that this morning. She repeated it. You know, we're not subscribers. We're friends.
You'll never
We're
hear
friends.
me say that.
Yeah, we're friends, and that's why I said it the way I said it when I asked you. You have so many friends, and again, true friends. Most of the time, you can count on one hand.
Yeah.
But the friends that I've acquired in the past 4 months, holy smokes,
Hmm.
it's just it's startling. But when you hear, I digress. Let me get back to the crying part. So, not that
He's trying to make me cry. He's like the
No.
Barbara Walters of the Disney YouTube.
well, she made Garth Brooks cry, didn't she?
Hmm.
Um, you know, I was watching. When Pete made the announcement 2 weeks ago, and I was in my room. I think I was hooking up a new microphone, and when he said my name as being nominated, I literally screamed, and I ran downstairs, and before I hit the bottom step, I was so happy, like you just said. I had tears in my face, and my wife's looking at me. She goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I told her, and I literally brought her back upstairs, and I rewound it a little bit so she could hear it. Holy smokes! And then Cynthia reached out to me on IG, and after he was done, and I was emotional talking to her about that. You know, Scripture says, "Show your scars and tell your story." Oh, y'all, you ain't heard my story yet, and there'll be the right time. And I will tell you, I'm going to put my story out there, and I'm going to talk about my scars, because is this the platform to do it? Yep, but it's not always at my timing, and we know that it's at God's timing, and it's not here. I'm so excited to get down to Florida. I'm so excited to build my new friendships and to get more friendships. And if this is my connection, Disney pins and Disney frames and talking about baking and hanging out backstage. I didn't know what backstage was. I heard you all talk about backstage. I didn't know what backstage was until I was on with Gonzo and VP. And Gonzo's like, "Hey, just the baker, just hold on." And when we were done, I'm like, "Okay." And then we were done, and then here comes Katrina, and here comes somebody else. I'm going, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And then everybody's coming on, and oh my gosh, you all don't know me, but look, you don't judge. We don't judge. We're happy. We share a love of friendship, and we share a love of Disney. And if that brings us together and bonds us, and we can reach out to people when we're not having a good day, I was going to ask you how your migraines, because you mentioned your migraines. My wife used to have bad migraine problems, so I can understand that. But when we can reach out to people and talk to people, and hearing Tina Marie the other day say, "Hey, I'm just on the side. I'm getting my scripture ready for tomorrow," and she's a lay leader in her church. Wow, that's awesome. And having talked to VP and Arlene before, and they reached out to me Easter Sunday while I'm on the beach. I'm live on 3 different formats of a sunrise service, and because I have that opportunity to do that. And there are people that can't get up to go do that. So I wanted to bring it to them. He reached out to me. He's driving to the park to go meet Candy Mom. And they're all talking to me on their way to the park. I just thought that was awesome that he just, like you just said, they take the time to listen.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I don't know when I throw this out there how many people are going to come on. If one can hear my name and hear my voice, that's the one I go after, because that's the lost sheep, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the sheep are in the corral, but when there's one lost sheep, he leaves all those to go find the one. I just think that's now, I'm not, please don't understand, I'm not referencing myself to Christ at all. But what I'm saying is, if he put me here to make a reference to something that helps someone, here I am.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
lovely.
I'll be here until he calls me up. You know, again, you know, thanks for coming on, and I mean, you know, like I said, I didn't know how many people were going to come on. I saw Steve from Steve's World do this one night. He was painting something, and I hung out with him and a couple. I was just in chat till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, this is cool. I could do this, and here I am doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I could talk to people all day. I'm a chatty type person. You know?
I love it. I love it.
But I got to stop buying. I got to stop buying stuff. So I finished. Did you seen the collection that everybody was talking about these? Have you seen this collection, Ellie?
Yes.
Oh, that's the
Are
new one,
those from Box Lunch or those
Yeah.
Disney?
The first 4 were from Box Lunch, but the next 3 were only from Disney Online.
Yeah.
Shop Disney.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's I know who Eisner is. I know who all these guys are. I read the books. I pay attention to how this family's been built. The way they do it. Who would have thought you bring 4 pins out to a place that's been selling pins, Loungefly pins, for the past 6-7 years, and they go, you know what? We're going to start 4 of our pins there. Disney pins. And the next 3, we're only going to sell on our website. Great marketing.
Yeah.
I was impressed. You know, and I'm that type of person where I'll see that and I'll pay attention to that. You know, because I'm a baker. I've been a bakery manager most of my life. You know, the first bite people take is with their eyes.
Yeah.
You know, and I you know,
Isn't that the truth?
It is. And Chris at Dad's Build, if you are listening to this and you cut that, okay. But you know, I used to say, if it looks good, they'll buy it. If it tastes good, they'll come back. Come on. Do you like the cinnamon buns at Starbucks on Main Street? I love those cinnamon buns.
Do you?
They're one of my favorites.
I'm not a big Starbucks person.
Well, I'm not, but it's a
I
Disney.
know. Judge me.
Disney cinnamon
Judge
bun.
me.
Yep, and I like what they do with the cinnamon bun at Halloween. They put ears on it, and then they have somebody that makes chocolate ganache. They put it in a piping bag, and all they do is they make a spider web this big
Yeah.
at a chocolate ganache. They heat up your cinnamon bun, and when it comes out, they lay that chocolate ganache spider web on top of it. I'm done. I love it. Sorry. But I will be the first one to be a critic. I mean, I saw Mylene's face, the picture that Arlene put out of Mylene when she ate that donut the other day. And I told Richard, I knew exactly what was wrong with that donut. It was dry. I could tell by the look on her face what was wrong with the donut. That's how connected I am with food. I can look at someone and go, yeah, it was dry. It was old. It happens. You know. Will she get another one? Probably not from that specific spot, but she'll get another one day.
Sure.
You know, you gotta give people second chances. But again, can I be an asset in that part of Disney? I think so. You know, I was a quality control director for 6 years at a job in a bakery. That's all I did. I walked around and made sure everything was right. You know, I could walk around and make sure everybody has their pins on straight. That could be my job. You know. Here, this is something I didn't want to do this. So I'm going to bend down. Where's the bag? Okay, so I had the table full of pins, and then I have Ziploc bags full of pins. These are my traders. There's 350 traders there for my next
Do you
trip.
wrap them so they don't scratch each other?
My traders? No. I'd be wrapping all day. I would be literally wrapping all day. So, I mean, there are majority of those have never touched another pin.
Mm-hmm.
Not like what I'm doing here, you know. But again, you know, if I drive,
I'm not judging. I was just asking. I was like,
yeah, here's a good question. If I buy a Cadillac, I won't probably take it to a car wash, right?
Mhm.
But I'm still going to drive it down the road.
Sure.
You know? So, yeah, there's a couple, you know, again, there's a couple pins that I'll never, ever sell or trade, just because the emotional part of how I got it and when I got it. It's the cool
That's
part.
kind of how the collector I am. I mean, Taylor's bigger time. I truly only purchase pins I want. So, you know, and usually it's either got to be something like I want to have every Pirates pin. I want to have, you know, if it's, you know, one of my movies or my character. But mostly it's a scrapbook for me. So if we go to an event or,
Oh my gosh.
you know,
You-
favorite things like that. So it's more of a scrapbook of commemorating those memories. But I don't really, I trade in the parks, but and I'll buy pins specifically to trade at the parks, but for the most part, the pins that I have, so my collection's not huge, is very focused. It's
Right.
a pin that I'm
Right.
gonna want, and I'm gonna want it forever. So
Now, you guys as cast members, you go. Don't you all have a certain place? You can guys just for cast members, you can go purchase things.
yes.
Okay. So when I was there this past year, one day they put everything 2020, buy one get one free,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Huh, that's crazy." I went over to the pins, first place I went to, and my son's going, "Where are you going, Dad?" I said, "Pins," because they had already marked down the 2020 pins
Right.
2 days before. All the
Right.
2020 pins were $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was buy one, get one free with my annual pass.
Which is a
Yep.
great that. Yeah, we bought a bunch of those for traders too.
Sure. I bought, oh my gosh, I probably have more than I should have, but because I'd rather trade, like you said, I'd rather trade a legit pin, you know?
Yeah.
And VP said that too. You know, because I want, especially if I'm trading with cast members, but if a little boy or little girl comes up and they look at my pins and they go, "Oh, do you trade those?" And I gotta pop their bubble, and I go, "Well, actually, I don't trade these." But then, like I said, I always put some aside for kids.
Yeah.
I'll say,
That's nice.
"But I'll trade these. Do you like any of those?" And I make sure they're legit pins.
Yeah.
You know, because that's
Also,
something.
you know, it's if you go to pin events at all, you want to make sure that you have, you know, legit.
Never been to one. I've never been to a pin event.
I haven't either. I'm going to the next T23 in 2022 though.
Nice. Well,
I'll be
when
definitely going there.
Chris, when you come to Florida and they start them again, you know, they're right there. A couple are at Coronado Springs, which are really nice, and then they have a big one at Epcot. So Really?
And you know I just joined the other day D23 just so I could get the Pluto pin.
Nice.
You
Nice.
know, but I joined for the 2-person, me and my wife now. We're both, you know, because there's a lot of events that I understand that will be there, and what the heck? I don't know where the big D23 is every year, but I know my friend RC, one of the do you know who RC is? RC was he's a spray paint graphic artist, and he was out at Epcot 3 years ago, and he did these huge murals of Tinkerbell, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, huge, with spray cans.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I mean, you check him out. His name's RC, ARCY, but he and I are we're friends like this. But you know, when you have when you can go to Flower Garden and Arts Festival and you see all these super talented people, it blows you away, you know, and they get to share that talent with us.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Are you gonna try to still get the box, Chris?
What is that?
The D23 box? Are you still gonna? Is it coming to you?
It's coming to me. I just ordered. I think we talked on what, Saturday. So I guess it'll
got
be.
So you got the D23, but then I got this about 2 months ago, but it's these.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. Let me make you big. Let me check this out.
Wow.
Oh,
Right.
cool. Look at the Yeti.
So you'll be getting these, Chris.
Nice.
I love the Country Bear one.
Wow.
Because it has that. They come in a, let me
Oh, I saw you open that box the other day, by the way.
Exactly. It comes
Yes.
in a little tiny
Oh,
case
wow.
with-
That's so cool.
in every corner. You
Heck
know,
I
yeah.
love that.
every corner is
Hold on.
3D, you know.
Look at that lunchbox. I love it.
Where do you find Chip and Dale holding up a Pluto hat?
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
so cool. Let me see the other side. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, you know, I'm
Is
nostalgic.
there a D23 like on West Coast and East Coast?
Yes. There's one in Anaheim.
That's what
If
I
I'm-
thought, because we've been there during that a couple of times. But
So, they
so
used
is there
to do
is
it-
the merch different?
No, but I think so. Yeah, yes, because they have it. One year it used to be in Disney World. The next year would be in Disneyland. Now they skipped over the Disneyland this year because it wasn't going to be open.
Okay, gotcha.
So they're having the 2022. That way, the next year after that, 2023 will be in Disneyland. That you never
Okay,
hear. They always hop years.
Gotcha.
Hey, Kelly, I always meant to ask you, and I was thinking this earlier when we were talking about jobs that we've done in places we worked. Have you done any theater ever?
I have not. Taylor actually has done quite extensive theater. I no, I have not. I was a cheerleader and a dancer, and I was a teacher. But no, Girl Scout leader. But no.
The reason I asked is because I have these I got years ago.
Yeah.
Comedy and
Oh,
tragedy.
that's cool.
And both of my kids did theater, and I have a theater background in technical director, stage manager, producer, and lighting. I mean, I've been an LD for years, a lighting designer, and again, that's why I said, you know, if I don't get a job one aspect in Disney, I'll get one in another one. But
Just
Well, the
apply
reason
for everything. Just everything that comes up. Because
sure.
another thing with Disney is as soon as you get your foot in the door, then they really encourage you to move within the company. So, I originally got hired as a pirate.
I heard you say that before.
So, yes.
You know,
But it was really the Disney Vacation Club job I was after. So, but I just, I got Bippity Boppity Boutique the same day I got Disney Vacation Club. So,
well, so you had mentioned that my wife and I have been asked by the high school more than once since we took my son's class. Every other year they take the kids to Disney, and they march around Epcot and they sing at Epcot. They do that, and
cool.
we've been asked to be chaperones. And I took my group. I had a group of. We're only supposed to have groups of 7 kids, but after the first day, kids were bailing from their other groups and going to the chaperones saying, "I would have been Mr. Timko's group."
Yeah.
Because they heard stories. And I had 9 girls in my group one day, and we were walking through the castle, and they said, "Where are we going? Why are we walking through the castle?" And they were complaining. And I said, "Okay." I said, "All the girls, you need to follow Miss Vanessa, and all the boys, you need to follow me." And we followed the girls, and we went into boutique. And they said, "What are we?" And the guys were looking at me. They're going, "What are we doing here?" And I said, "Just wait your turn." And we all got pixie dusted.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
We took all the girls loved it. The guys not so much. But when the guys
I was wondering.
But the guys didn't like it until the girls came up and they said, "Oh, look, you got pixie dusted with us." And then they liked it.
Sure.
So when you, like I said, you can give that
experience. Have a good night, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you coming by. And hanging out like last night. I was so tired last night, and I was hanging out with Carla and Kiko, and I was literally just nodding off. That was fun, celebrating, all their friends, and just.
I really love them. I think they're just going to be rock stars.
There's no doubt.
They're super fun. They've got great personalities, and that's the thing that you got to love about YouTube is everybody. It's you, Richard gets to do Bloomin' Cheesa, like you, because it's YouTube. Yeah. You don't, and Chris and my wackiness. It is a really, really cool thing about this Disney YouTube.
I'll reflect back onto Pete, and for someone to go through the tribulations and the trials that he's been going through, and for him to come out on the other side, like Kenny Chesney says, you come out on the other side. Well, that's how the other side got its name. You come out, and I didn't know Pete before. I see videos. I go back and I watch his videos, but if you to see the strength, if not more strength, that he has and the will that he has, what an inspiration, So like you said, it's you. It's you're only gonna. It's like anything else. It's your job. If it's your job, put into it. Put into it what you want to get out of it. If you don't work hard at it, you won't get anything out of it. I trained to be a baker, so I'm a good baker. But if I didn't train and do everything I did, I'm not the most knowledgeable person on the pin trading community. But the cool part about it is I met a guy, this is so funny, 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago. He's moving to Florida. And I met him through an app that's called OfferUp. And on Facebook, I found him. He was selling this, and I didn't know what it was, and I bought it from him. Let's see if we can get zoomed in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to put it back in its box and show you in its box, so that'll be easier. There you go.
Wow, that's so nice.
Now, this is called a partner's coin,
Mm-hmm.
and it's of the partner statue, and it's a commemorative edition certificate with the coin. And after I bought a Mickey Mouse watch from him, he just messaged me and he goes, "I found something else." He goes, "I think you should have." And he let me buy this from him, and I went, you know what? I'll never ever let that. I'll never ever sell that
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
he thought it. Again, look at how people reach out to people here to help people.
Yeah.
So, my gosh, I've emptied 2 tables while we were talking. This is amazing.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So who's Kelly? I know you're tired, but I'm gonna let. I didn't know if you wanted to jump out and go crash, but you know, I don't know how many people we have. How many people do we have, Richard? Do you know?
In here right now.
2, 3, 4. Kelly, why don't you just give a rundown of what's going on your channel and with you moving forward this week?
Well, thank you, Chris. We'll have brunch with the bunch on Wednesday and Friday, 11 o'clock. So I'll definitely send both of you links to come in and join the fun. It's you know, we just talk Disney and it's fun and it's a great hour of the day. And then Sunday is Spill the Disney Tea. I'm actually going to once a month focus on bringing in kind of a little group of creators that have under 1,000 subs. So
I heard you say that today. Yeah.
yeah, and
You did that last week. You did that last week also.
yeah. So it's all about just trying to get more people to know you and see you and kind of see what's really cool beans about you. So I'll probably be reaching out to both of you about that. So that'll be this Sunday. And then yeah. So I'll also drop some vlogs this week about Cynthia being here and a couple of the videos that I made. So those will be coming out in the next few weeks. And when Matthew was here with Jalen and we had some good times. So
that's awesome. You know, a lot of people they'll make a quick snapshot and they'll throw it up on Instagram. And then when I get it, I found a way where I can just take a snapshot of the picture, put it in my pictures, recrop it, and put it back out. And I add all those little emojis and stuff to it.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. That's
to help
pretty cool.
promote, to help even promote. Yeah, some people are busy and maybe they didn't have time, but I throw it out there just to kind of blow it up a little bit, and then I resend it out. But one of the things I think I did, I have 2 lines on my IG. I got 105 people on one of them. I'm like, oh, I got to fix that because I don't want to send it to them twice. But and I think I've done it to 1 or 2 of yours, and I did it to one of Richard's. But I like that because if I have the time,
Thank you.
where I'm taking a break, I like doing that. And I'll tell you who else does that is Pete does that. He does that out on Facebook. I noticed this week. So and
Pete's amazing. Pete's amazing. Yeah. I mean, and you mentioned the awards, the nominations for the awards. Both of you got nominated, right? Am I right? No,
I have not yet. No.
Okay, I'll put that on the to-do list, Richard. You
That's
know, I
right.
get a vote.
It's fine.
No, you deserve it.
That's right.
But
Well,
no,
that's
Chris, I just want to congratulate you. It's a big deal. I mean,
wow.
I understand how you were like running, literally. Since I was watching just to see my friends, like, oh, who's gonna get it?
That's why I was watching,
Why was
because
this
this is
last time? And they literally said the Mickey Bunch, and I was like, is this a mistake? Did I hear that?
I'm getting chills.
How do they even know who I am? And then all of a sudden my phone rings, Cynthia's screaming, you know, and then her name got announced. So it is this great community builder. And I love that Pete has decided to shine the light on all of us and help us as creators. And that little bit, you know, so congratulations. You're
Thank you.
amazing. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Because this is when I started hearing about what had happened last year with everybody that got their awards. I heard it on your channel, and you were talking to Cynthia one morning, and she was talking about what her number was and all that. I'm going, what
She's
are they
31. I'm 30.
Yeah,
Just like my
yeah.
age.
You guys, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. And now I know. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's cool. It's just, you know, and again, I would tell you, and I said it earlier in a chat, if my wife did this with me, we'd kill each other. We would, because she is not a YouTube person.
Well, you know what? Arlene was not either, but now Arlene is probably more of a YouTube person than VP. But you know, it's not for everybody. You know, like you know, not every couple has to
You're
be
right.
included.
Right.
So
Right.
you know, it's okay that you know it's a hobby that you have, and
Well, if you're watching this on the playback, and you're giggling over of what Kelly has said, and you like what I said, and you know, just and with Richard, and you know, Richard and I did we've done a couple of things on a Sunday night. If you guys like what you see and you're interested in hearing more, check out our pages, check out our channels. And you know what? Check out everyone else that's in chat when you do that. And that's how you find this friendship craziness that we call YouTube family. You know, this is who we are. Again, Kelly, I appreciate you. I thank you for reaching out. I really, you know, you did give Pete, you know, his nickname. And when you said mine, was it a week or two ago, I went, did she just say what I think she said?
yes, you
like,
are
okay.
you are sweet stuff.
Okay. That's not what she said, though.
No. T. Marie is sweet cheeks. You're sweet
Okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah. She does have those rosy cheeks, doesn't she? Yes, she does. Sweet stuff. I'll go with that's right. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Yes.
But
I gotta get me some of those beaver. Say it, beaver
nuggets.
Beaver nuggets. And I will tell you how we do it. I don't know, but I will organize it if I have to. We will have a corn dog challenge.
Oh, it's
when I
happening.
Get down there.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
And you're not allowed to take the stick off either. Gonzo, if you're listening to this later, don't poke your back of your throat with the stick.
Oh my goodness, that video, seriously. I didn't even know he was filming. I am just chowing down on that corn dog. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know you didn't know that.
And then Gonzo had never eaten a corn dog, so he nearly like stabbed himself because he didn't know you have to kind of push the corn dog up, you know, to
Yeah.
But that was fun.
That'll be fun.
The corn dog challenge has to happen, and maybe a beaver nugget eating.
Yes. Yes. And see who can eat the most pirate booty. I got a big Sam's Club bag of pirate booty downstairs on the table.
Yes, yes. So it's a thing. It's a thing.
It is.
It's a thing.
It is.
And it's just fun to say too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, just as long as Dad Builds isn't listening.
He's always listening, so
Mm.
just know he
I found
is
that
the Tom Cruise of the Disney community. Mission Impossible, just waiting for us to say something innocently, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
twist it.
Sound bites. I love the sound bites.
Oh,
And, what he did for the intro on Gonzo's channel today was awesome.
oh, I am
Mhm.
messaging him right now, like, hey, I need help. So
Well, they know that.
everybody knows that. I'm technology.
We
Technology
all
and I
need-
are not friends.
What's that?
Technology and I are not friends.
Yeah, but look at
Mhm.
the song says it, when you're down and out, reach out. There's your friend.
So I'm reaching out to Chris. I need an intro.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a new logo. Like everybody has these like cool logos and mine's
I don't.
good, but
I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't have a cool logo.
well, VP's got a cool logo and
It
Gaz's
does.
got a cool logo and everybody's got a cool logo.
Well,
Yeah.
I like
I want a cool logo.
yours, but my logo came from a picture that a friend of mine that I worked with drew of me.
How nice.
Yep, and that's how I got my logo. Now that is has transferred over to my father-in-law, who is a graphic designer, who's going to work on it a little bit. But I still I'm a baker. That's a chef's jacket I'm wearing, if you can't see in that little tiny circle.
Mhm.
And I've got my ears on, so everybody was talking one day about their logos, and I literally I looked at the picture on the wall and I went, huh, it's been there for 2 months and I didn't think of it. And then I had to figure out how to make a thumbnail. So then I started going through all the videos and the YouTube videos and on Think Media. How do you do a thumbnail? How do you make this? And Richard and I talked about that. So we're all being self-taught, but we're self-taught again.
Well, and the more you do, the more you learn. The more videos you edit or more whatever.
And we'll get to teach
a
others.
learning process.
We'll get to teach others.
And like I literally just got a tutorial from VP about the stabilizer thingy. What are those? Gimbal. So I got a new gimbal because
I heard you say that earlier too. Right.
I didn't realize it was like an electronic device at all. I thought it was just like balancy with gravity or something. Like I didn't realize it had buttons and you had to plug it in. And I mean, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
The whole thing.
So VP is so amazing. He met me at Epcot and gave me a quick tutorial. So I'm going to like practice walking the yard with it and stuff before I actually do anything. But
okay,
throwing those raccoons with it.
Okay, I know nothing about gimbals, but I will tell you what I've experienced watching some people that are in our chat that use gimbals.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad, but I'll just make sure you charge it every day.
Yeah.
With that being said, make sure you get your little backup charging batteries. Buy 2 or 3 of them, even if you don't need them, and have someone help you want to research. Always have backup battery stuff for that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's all I hear from vloggers. And then another thing, a popular vlogger, somebody that's doing 65,000 friends on their channel, go down into all their information and find out what type of backup battery packs they're using, because and they'll put it all on there, because we know why, because they get monetized and then they get money for doing that, and they want you to buy that. But that's how you cheat to find the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a cheater. Don't play poker with me.
All the big groups usually have some kind of backup
Sure.
to tell you what they have to use.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
Your kids will tell you.
Oh yeah.
Your
They're
kids
like-
will tell you everything, Kelly. My gosh, your daughter's on top of like you said, she's on top of everything.
Okay, Taylor didn't know that a gimbal plugged in either. So.
Well, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't. She didn't want to.
Honestly didn't.
I thought I heard her
I
say
think
she
a
did.
lot of people didn't know that it's actually, it's not that I'm not smart, Chris. It's that
I know that.
it's that a lot of people don't know that. So, because when I first
don't know that. I didn't know that when I first heard
people
it.
in chat were like, "Oh, I didn't know that either." So, but that's why I'm talking about, what somebody doesn't have a strength in, another one of us might, and then we help each other.
I'm going to tell you how I found out. And Walt, please don't be mad at me. Okay. You know Walt, right?
Yeah. I was just writing It's a Small World with him and having him ditch me on Haunted Mansion. Yes.
Okay. So you want to know how I found out that a gimbal needed to be charged?
Because his ran out of battery.
Watching his live stream when he was on the way to the park, and he was talking about how he didn't charge his gimbal. And I went, What? Oh, that's how I found out. And that was just recent. That was just a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we are all as smart as we are. And we get smarter by hanging out with.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful, what do? You hire people smarter than you.
Or just hang out with them.
Well, just hang out with guys like VP, right? And you said you had a VP.
Okay, let's not give VP anything to give me the business about. I am not saying VP is smarter than me. No. I am saying that VP knows more about the gimbal.
Okay, but you used a VP.
He will never let me live this down if you say he's smarter than me.
Okay, but you did use a VP-ism earlier. Do you remember? Mm-mm. I don't know if he was the one that first said it, but I heard it first from him. That you said something about the boats rising with the tide.
Oh, he uses that because I used it with him.
There you go. So it's a Kellyism.
Actually, it's a very famous John F. Kennedy quote, but yes. So I can't really claim it, but my parents were huge Kennedy fans, so we got lots of Kennedy-isms in our house. But yes,
I'm a big Kennedy fan too, and I didn't know that, so now I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, but
I was born in '63. That's the year. Unfortunately, that's the year John F. Kennedy was assassinated. So, big Kennedy fan. I like watching all the Zapruder films. I like watching all that information. I like watching the early movies of him and his family before he got really, really sick. So a lot of people don't know he got sick. So, did you know how he injured himself? Are we not here?
Injured himself. What do you
Playing
mean?
Polo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? When he was young and playing polo, he injured himself. Yep.
They were quite an athletic family.
Very much so. And his brother knew how to lift a bottle. That was a joke. Not a very good one. But yep, I like John F. Kennedy. And I am on my last table. Oh my gosh.
Wow, you are are killing it.
I need to get over there. And my wife is sound asleep in the next room. What? She's gonna wake up tomorrow and see this room. She's gonna like, you were busy. I said, yep, I was busy. So, Richard, what do you got going on in your channel?
I believe the next time I have going on is probably next Sunday. I'll be on the Big Disney Fans channel, and he'll be interviewing me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was on there as well. A lot of people have been. So congratulations. That'll be fun.
I didn't hear you. You were speaking softly. Where are you going to be?
Big Disney Fans channel. He's going to be interviewing me.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
And then after that, I believe the Wednesday after is what's this? I'm on someone else's channel also right after that. Bob, One Stop Mouse.
Oh, One Stop Mouse.
Cool. You're going to be on his channel?
Yeah.
The Wednesday show?
Yes, the Wednesday show.
Nice.
Boy, he was happy this morning, wasn't he? Talking on your show this morning. He was happy. Hey, Richard, so look at that. I just noticed that. How long have you been doing your channel now, Richard?
I have been doing it I started about a year ago. I started because of the corona happened and
the coronavirus.
A lot of people were needing the fix, and I'm all like, I can supply the fix a little bit.
I love it. It was really like this fertile time to really, look at your channels are doing great. It's good.
I was over at the table a second ago, Kelly, and I saw this and I put it in the box and I pulled it back out. Let's see if you can see that.
Oh yeah, Year of a Million Dreams. I love that.
Disneyland.
Yes, I remember that very well.
Disneyland. And I wasn't a fan of Disneyland pins until I started getting a lot of them. Because if nothing else, when COVID hit, pin traders, real serious pin traders, they didn't know what to do. They were going crazy. And then they all started going on Instagram and YouTube, and traders that I knew were just daily park traders now are big time limited edition sellers and traders now, because they buy a lot of stuff from Paris. They buy a lot of stuff from Japan and Hong Kong, and that's big investment money there that I don't have, but that's how they were sustaining their businesses, and their businesses that were trading in the park. You've seen them at Epcot, and they open up their books and
Taylor loves trading over there at Epcot with the big people with the big books, because she's cute and she's got that little voice, and I think they think she's a lot younger than she is, and so she always makes out like a bandit.
Well, her mother raised her well.
So, she's gotten some. I'm trying to think if I've got one. Yeah, she traded for me, so I'll have to show you guys sometime. Some really nice Disneyland.
You're a redhead and she's a blonde, so she can work that to her advantage when she's trading.
Yeah. Both my girls are blonde, so didn't get a redhead.
So Richard, I didn't watch. Did you do your Marvel tonight?
Yeah, I did my Marvel.
Okay. I didn't watch it because
the Winter Soldier thing.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't watch it because I didn't want to watch yours because I didn't watch it and I didn't want to be a spoiler.
I recommend watching it originally before you watch mine, but
It was
There's a
good. Your
spoiler
your
on it.
your breakdown was really really good. Really good.
Yeah. I am
And
pretty.
it's so
I'm
crazy that redheaded girl, you know, the like leader of the whatever they are.
Mhm.
I'm really bad at names, but I keep looking at her and going, Infus Ness from Solo. I love that movie. She's like the leader of the, you know what I mean? That steal the coaxium and you know to help fund the rebel forces. And Infus Ness, there she is. So it's funny that they used her again, kind of in the same role, but just in
Mhm.
Avengers. I mean, it's very much a similar kind of thing.
Yep.
Now I like the blonde because she's a doctor on a show called The Resident. What's her name? Richard, the blonde in the show.
I think I know who you're talking about.
The blonde woman?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's like the double agent kind of seems like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, she's on a show called The Resident, and she's a doctor on that show. And she's getting ready to have a baby. So I think this is maybe she's getting ready to have a baby. So maybe that's her curtain call to continue doing the Marvel and not doing The Resident. That's what I think. But I could be wrong.
It's a good series. I mean, I feel like Disney Plus has hit it out of the park. I mean, I never really
Yeah.
thought I would get into a Star Wars TV show. Just I enjoy it, but you know, it's not.
Yeah.
Mandalorian was fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love Baby Yoda? So, but seriously, I'm still angry. Like at the last one, like when Mandalorian lets Luke Skywalker take Baby Grogu, I am so mad. Who does that?
Yep.
Like I would have said, hey dude, that's okay if you want to go train him, but I'm coming with. I'm not leaving my baby. I'm not just giving you my baby. I'm still mad about it.
I mean, how many times did he risk his life for him?
I know.
You know?
So
And
he
then
should be like, yeah, go train him, but I'm coming too.
Yeah.
So
and
anyway.
And then just to watch him fly away? Are you kidding me?
No way. I mean, crying. I'm still mad about it.
Yeah.
Like, Mando, what are you doing? So, but really, really good, good series. So,
It's amazing that it sounds like that it's going to be spin off into like 4 episodes or 4 different seasons.
Yeah,
and it's like there's going to be Ahsoka, which she was in it, and then it's going to be Mando is going to be another one, and then there's going to be Boba Fett is going to be another one.
Right.
Like,
but I mean, they're rocking it.
Great.
They make them like so good. I mean, the quality is good. The production looks amazing. Storyline is great. Character development. I mean, they're firing on all those things.
They made them Disney. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know real Star Wars people don't really dig it, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know enough to not like it, but clearly about that, I go like I like Star Wars, but I don't know like what all their names are, what the planets are, what the vehicles are called.
None of us did until we started watching it.
A lot of people. One person we do know that does know a lot about that is Chris, which is Addy Family Adventures.
He really does. He corrects me constantly.
He's read the books.
Yeah, he's amazing. He knows so much about Star Wars, and it's so funny because when I tell him that my favorite Star Wars movie is Solo, he just. That was a good movie. That was a good movie, though. It was so fun.
I picked Marvel over Star Wars when I was on Gonzo's channel, and then he wanted to just disconnect me. Okay, because he's big Star Wars.
I don't think you have to choose, though. You know what I mean? Like I really dig Avengers. I dig it so much. I mean, I find it more exciting than Star Wars, sorry. But I like them both, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, Star Wars doesn't have Thor.
okay. Well, let me. Well, here. Okay, so is now that
I know that effect.
now that Disney owns
I
Star Wars. Go ahead, Richard.
My sister, I remember her watching the original Thor and rewatching it like 6 times, watching that washing scene.
I love the gratuitous, the just
Yeah.
for no reason of the storyline whatsoever. Every Thor movie has to have this just random shirtless scene.
Yep.
So such great filmmaking.
You know that started before that with Resident Evil, right? The opposite way.
No.
Mm-hmm. They had an what's her name? Redhead, kind of short red hair, but she was on Resident Evil for the longest time, and her first appearance in it, she was in a shower scene.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a great formula, apparently.
Yes.
Hey, Kelly, Kelly, I got a question for you, and I kind of found this one out, and I was doing my due diligence here, and because when I decided I want to go work for Disney 4 or 5 years ago, I started paying attention, and I started paying attention to how Disney operates. So you all had 4 keys, correct?
Now there's 5.
Now there's 5: safety,
Mm-hmm.
show, efficiency, courtesy, and diversity, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So do you guys get tested on that stuff, or does it just something?
You go through what they call traditions, where you kind of learn these things, and then they really do take them at heart. You know, safety is obviously first. You can't have efficiency or show if you're not in a safe environment. So,
right. Exactly.
you know, it is, and they really are core values of the company. And so, no, we're not actually tested. Well, actually, I take that back. We do take these little computer tests as you learn things.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you are.
Well, they Sam's Club, Walmart does the same thing.
Yeah. A lot of companies actually take, like, Disney has like business training things for other businesses that want to learn the Disney kind of philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said in the past, when the state of Florida asks the Walt Disney Company to sit in on their meetings for COVID, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah. True.
Because if Disney is doing it right, and the whole state of Florida went, why don't we see what these guys got to say? And then Bob got mad at California and went, I'm out of here. I'm off the board for the state of California. I don't blame him. He got tired of waiting.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't a business thing for him. And a lot of people who know a lot of, I've read his book. And if you've seen his interviews and you followed the guy for all the years he's been running Disney, it's not always about the business. It's about the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he wanted to make sure everybody was safe. And I liked what you said the other day. Please, everyone, just, give the cast members a break. It's a rule for everybody. Don't yell at them because they ask you to put your mask up. Just put your mask up, guys.
I mean, it had been, I think as you go to the parks, you really did see people, social distancing, wearing their mask. I think because they understood that, hey, if we want to keep going to Disney, if we want to be able to go to Disney, we got to follow the rules. And it's working. We haven't had an outbreak directly associated within the Disney bubble.
Right.
So, wash your hands, wear your mask,
Yeah.
social distance.
I'm in food service. I've been in food service all my life. I started working at Dairy Queen when I was 10 years old. I've been in food service all my life. That should be a standard anyway, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Wash
Could
your
we
hands.
please?
Cover your mouth when you cough. Wash your hands. I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
But
So.
I'm glad you're still in the trenches, so to speak. I'm glad you're still being able to do what you like to do best. I just want to be just a small part of that when I get down there. And if it's God's will, that's where I'll be.
Mhm.
But like I said, I can if I don't get the job that I want, I can go and get another job, because I can go out and I can go down to Disney Springs and I can be a boat captain on an aqua car.
Yeah.
Those cars are awesome.
They really are. I've never ridden in one, but they look pretty amazing. I'd like to.
We were on our 30th wedding anniversary. My wife and I were walking around downtown Disney Springs, and we were looking at the car inside the little gate. And the manager of the boathouse came over, and the captain of the boathouse, one of the captains, came over and said, "There's someone over at the gate wants to talk to you." We went around. It was the manager of the boathouse, a young lady, and she said, "She goes, how are you all doing today?" And we said, "Fine." And they said, "Well, we'd like to do something special for you. We noticed that you're wearing anniversary buttons. You've been married 30 years." And I said, "Yep." And he says, "Well, we'd like to send you out for an anniversary cruise on one of our."
Oh, cool.
And we accepted. Her name was, I have her card right here. And I kept her card. She gave me 2 of them. And her name was Tammy Hart. And she was the retail store manager. And she came out with another manager. And they gifted us that for.
How cool.
Yeah. And I have video. And they took pictures and the whole bit. And it's pretty amazing. Do you know the gentleman that owns the boathouse? He owns the largest fleet of those cars.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
In the world.
Yeah.
And he has the most of those cars that don't run also, because he uses them to fix his other cars.
Yep.
Wow.
So-
That's pretty neat.
And my wife, we're going around in the boat. She looked at me and she goes, "If you don't get a baker's job down here," she goes, "you could do this."
That's great.
Yeah, I could.
I love it.
So, well, I'll tell you guys, I think I'm gonna go.
All right. Well, thanks for sending me the link. It was really, really fun to join you guys.
Thanks for coming on. And I just wanted to, again, for some, I guess that was boring, but I just wanted to chat and show people this is what I'm doing. I'm packing up, and then one day I'll have an unpacking.
I love it.
Yeah.
So,
Give me
Richard,
about
I
3
appreciate you
years.
being a mod. Thank you very much for looking out for
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
that. I was telling Richard Kelly when Richard and myself and Sean and Chris from Addy family, we were on late night the other night when Gonzo wasn't going to be on, and I had a not so pleasant person in my chat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he had some remarks that I didn't have a mod that night, but and I think Yadi stayed with us for like
Yadi.
almost an hour and a half, 2 hours, and she literally caught it the same time I did, and I found out how to delete somebody, and how to block them, and I think what did Chris I think Chris said later on when I was talking to him, he says, yeah, he goes, somebody told me one time, he says, when you get somebody that does that on your channel, he says, you know, you made it big. I'm like, yeah, well, I haven't made it big. I think he was just surfing every live channel on YouTube and dropping that little
Yeah.
paragraph that he put out there. So it wasn't very nice, but
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
It happens, you know,
happens.
unfortunately.
We'd rather
Just,
we'd rather have people with smiles, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So I'm
So,
gonna say, I'll leave with this. I can show you guys this guy.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh my goodness. I love that.
that is too cool.
Tokyo Disneyland. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And
My
you know,
high school. My high school decided to send everyone that was for the senior class. They always have a little tiny trip usually. Well, they had an extra money one year, and that was the year that I graduated, 2002, and we went all the way over to Tokyo, and I
That's
got to
amazing.
spend in Tokyo
Wow. That's
See,
big flex. Big
in
flex.
Disney.
yeah, it's a big flex. Yeah, I'm lucky if I get out of Annapolis.
Yeah. Yeah. My senior trip was not to Disneyland Tokyo, but was to Disneyland. So yeah, you got a big flex there. Big flex.
All right. Well, I'll just let everybody know in chat if you're watching this now or you're going to come back and watch it in the, what do you call that, guys? I'm sorry.
Replay.
Backstage.
In the replay. Thank you.
Yeah.
We thank you. We're glad that you wanted to spend some time with us and learn a little about who we are. Lady Red, Miss Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, Richard from Bloom and Cheese. I am Chris. I am the Disney Baker. This half of this room was the pin layer. I close with this: peace, love, pixie dust hugs, and pixie dust hugs because I have to throw pixie dust because I can't hug you until I get down to Florida, and then I'm a hugger, so then I'll hug you. So we'll see you real soon. TTFN, and we appreciate you hanging out. And we'll say good night or good morning, and
Goodbye.